to your dreams. SLP is the thing that is making you feel like your dreams will never happen, and so you don't have that push to push towards your dreams. So what is the SLP I'm talking about that I want you to stop fucking with? And it's so crazy because so many people, especially in this group. Now, the group that we have is comprised of so many different levels of women. But I noticed that SLP even shows up with women who are extremely successful and when they attain a new level of success, like even me. Whenever I want to go to a new level in my business, in my life, SLP shows up. And so I was like, I'm going to break this for once and for all. And I know that there are women, because of your conversation, because of what you do and don't do, that I know that SLP is fucking with you. And I want to show you how to kick SLP to the curb. So what is SLP? SLP is struggle, lack, and pain. Struggle, lack, and pain. SLP. And I want you to stop fucking with that. And let me tell you why. Because SLP is a big crutch that we use because we are afraid, because we feel like we are not enough. We feel like we are intimidated, and it keeps us so small, and it keeps us desperate, in desperation mode. What would it feel like if you could just get out of desperation mode and have ease and flow in your life? And see, we were taught as young women, as young girls, and we've watched our grandmothers struggle. We watched our parents struggle. We watched struggle. We were around friends that struggle. We were around employers that said they can't give us a raise because we're not meeting our targets and the budget is low. So struggle seems to be the common thread that always shows up in our life. So we internalize that struggle and our life becomes a struggle. So when there's struggle, there is lack, okay? And because lack is that thing that just says you're not enough. It's not enough. There's never enough, okay? Even if you know you can put your hands on some money, but you'll say, you know what, it's not enough. I need to save that for a rainy day, because you feel like a rainy day is going to show up because your mind and your programming is set for struggle. So you will deny certain parts of yourself, your priorities, your dreams, because of struggle. And then with struggle and lack, it's self-induced pain. All kinds of pain. Physical pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain. It's just pain, okay? Struggle, lack, and pain. Those three life lessons we have done and learned so much of, and we've held on to that. And because your soul is comprised of struggle, lack, and pain, everything you do, you expect not to work, because you know that eventually when you start succeeding, something is going to happen to make that thing fall apart, or the floor will fall apart on you and you'll drop down. So that struggle, lack, and pain, and we got to stop fucking with that, because it's keeping you from being happy, prosperous, and joyous. It's just keeping you from being able to flow in your life. But here is the crazy thing about it. The reason there's several reasons that you are hanging around and inducing struggle, lack, and pain. One of those reasons is it's not even your own stuff. This is stuff that came from your ancestors, your parents, what you learned growing up, the lessons you saw, things that you watched. So you internalize the struggle, lack, and pain to be a normal part of life. And so anything outside of that, if it's not hard, if it's not a struggle to do, you don't think it's worthwhile. And so that's not necessarily true. And then the second reason that struggle, lack, and pain is a part of your life is because You are hanging with people of like mind who also believe the same thing you do. So they always say, if you want to know how much money you're going to make, check out your 5 closest friends, because you're going to make a sum total of the average of your 5 closest friends or your associates who you find yourself attracted to, talking to, spending time with. So if their story is of struggle, lack, and pain, your story is going to be of struggle, lack, and pain. And here's the thing. People who don't have that story, we shy away from because we feel like we don't have anything in common, and we feel like, oh, you know, they're above us or they wouldn't accept us. But the thing is, the very thing with struggle, lack, and pain is it's a chains. It's chains that hold you back, keep you bound. Its job is to keep you limited. Its job is to allow you not to fulfill your soul's truest purpose. And as long as you're not fulfilling your soul's truest purpose, you don't get soul love. You don't get to enjoy all the benefits of life that you should be enjoying. You don't get to be happy all the time. You don't get to experience bliss. It's keeping you from all of that. And I know you want it, but you got to look at your day-to-day actions. Is what you're doing. Are you making conscious choices to put you at a place where you can be with people who are not fucking with SLP? Or are you with people constantly like a robot hanging out with people who are just like you, who are always struggling, always in lack, and always in pain? Are you a person that denies yourself? You know you want to be in love. You know you want to be in love. Or you know you want your relationship with your spouse to be amazing. But you settle for, let me leave it alone. If it ain't broke, let me not try to fix anything. Let me not wake it up. Because if I wake it up, I'm going to want it too much. And when I want it too much, it's going to disappoint me. So let me not want it. Let me leave it alone and let me just stay in my mediocre life. Let me just stay in my mediocre life and deal with struggle, lack, and pain and pretend like everything is okay. Keep lying to myself like everything is okay. Keep watching everybody ascend and keep making excuses for why I'm not ascending, why I'm not having a relationship I want. Making excuses for why my life is just okay. So if you are just okay with being okay, and if you are okay with being in pain all the time, if you're okay with struggle and lack, then this message is not for you. But if you are ready to release the struggle, lack, and pain, you must be willing to make a conscious choice to do something different. You got to be conscious of what you're saying. You got to be conscious of who you're hanging around with. You got to be conscious of what you are praying about, what you're manifesting. You got to be conscious about that. We are so unconscious. We do things so unconscious, and we don't even realize that what we're doing is catering to the little girl in us that was hurt and that witnessed some things in her life that she shouldn't have had to deal with growing up. And so that thing has crippled her. And because that little girl is crippled on the inside, then it's hard for her to allow the woman you, the one that really wants to succeed, the woman that really wants to be happy, the one that really wants love. It's hard for her to allow the woman to experience that because the little girl is so hurt. The little girl is in so much pain. The little girl is so used to not getting what she wants. The little girl is so used to being afraid. So we have to heal that little girl. That little girl that speaks to you and keeps saying you're not enough because your family, your mom, your dad, somebody told you wasn't enough because of that incident when you got raped or incest. Those incidents crippled that little girl, and that little girl is still with you. And that little girl is the magnet for struggle, the lack, and the pain because she never got attended to. I don't care how long you were in counseling. She never really got attended to. She never got nurtured. She never got healed. And when she doesn't get nurtured and healed, it's hard for the grown woman to sustain love, relationships, to sustain finances. It's hard for her to sustain. So what you got to do